It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
Boopy doodly doo, bomb, 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 bomb. Hey everyone, welcome back and come on in. It's that toy guy, you know, that once in a while makes robot videos. And today is the day that we have not one, but two amazingly rare, cool robot toys and even character toys. So as always, before we get into it, park your rear in a very cozy, comfy chair. Maybe it's a Barco Lounger, my favorite, or a Lazy Boy, or the dining stool, or a booth at your local restaurant. And if it's morning, grab your steaming, delicious, sweltering, bubbly cup of coffee. Stir it, clank it. Now grab a snack. Pay attention because we're going to look at two amazing robots known as Conehead. And I forgot the name of the manga series that this was in. Hey, Andrew, are you still around here? Try to look up the Conehead robot. I forgot the manga this was in because this is very early manga, the Conehead. But he was actually like a part of a Japanese superhero sort of something or other. And let me explain to you why I have two of them. But first I'm going to open up my green tea, which I didn't even do the last video. So hold on. Ooh, look at that.
Is it
fresh?
Shonen Jet?
Yeah. We'll make sure he looks like that. So it's a very cool Conehead style. Not like the Coneheads that used to be on Saturday Night Live. Remember those Coneheads? The Conehead aliens. What did they used to say? I can't remember the Coneheads on Saturday Night Live, but they had like, that was back in the day of Dan Aykroyd, Belushi, the classic, the best. Anyway, why do I have two? Well, one of them was at Milestone Auction, and it was so freaking cheap. I mean, I just couldn't resist. I said, you know what? It's too much of a bargain. And it came with a reproduction box, which was, yeah, so... Yeah, as always, I like to show you the boxes first, but let me show you, because, I took my original boxed one, and it cost me a boatload. So you can see the color differences, the detail difference. First of all, this is, let me see if I could pan back a little bit. The reproduction is taller and wider than the original, and it lacks some of the subtleties, the details, and the coloring. So even though it's brighter, probably did it with the contrast, though, with brightness and contrast, but you lose some of the colors. If you pull them up close, you can see what I'm talking about, the depth of color. So, and look at see the height difference there. But you know what? To me, even just to pack and transport a toy, I'd rather have a reproduction than nothing at all. So I'm not like some people that like just don't want anything to do with a reproduction box. I think they serve their a purpose, an important purpose. And also they'll save you a ton of money. The end panel actually doesn't look too bad. And so that's, now they did reproduce this robot. It's way bigger than the original. I don't think they got the art from this, but why they made it bigger, because I'm almost positive that the reproduction doesn't have this kanji on it up top there. I could be wrong. Now, there is another version of this box in original form that the English box doesn't have this stuff on there. Now, it does have the character, I guess, from Shonen Jet, this guy here. Hey, Andrew, what'd you find out about this cool cat? About the Conehead. My audience is waiting with bated breath, and you just disappeared and ditched us.
Oh.
And then he was a robot, and what did he do exactly?
It was from a live action.
Live action. Keep going, keep going.
I don't know if it's the same one. I think it's a different one.
Well, anyway, all right. Well,
Do you think this is the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, it is
that's
the same one. It looks a little different.
Well, no, that's
All
fine.
right, so he was part of.
Speak up. The mic's over here.
Oxygen.
You're on the wrong side of the mic. Go on the mic side here. I have to train him. I'll be gone to the great beyond one day. You might have to take over video duties.
He was from a Tetsujin 28 live action show from the 60s. And that's Tetsujin 28. That's Iron...
Gigantor.
Yeah, Gigantor, right? So he was from Gigantor.
He's from Gigantor, but he had his own thing. He was a different character altogether, though. But anyway, well, you keep researching. So going back to the toys now, I think I showed you enough of the box. But so believe it or not, this came from Milestone, and this is the one I had originally. Amazingly, the one from Milestone is actually in a little bit better condition, and I like the color. It's almost like more of a teal. So this is a variation. The red is different on the feet. It may not show up as much on the camera. The one from Milestone is a little more orangey. The tip of the head's in a little bit better condition. I don't know why it's looking taller to me. I don't know if the head is mounted higher. The chrome on the eyes are a little better. Get up close here. So if you're looking at the reproductions, it won't have this. It's not curved. It's flat, like they curved the metal here. It says Yonezawa here, the logo, made in Japan. Just, make sure you pay attention to that. And it has to look like this so nobody tries to rip you off,
And it seems it was from a show called, to me, Shonen-jet. That's the name of the show. And it's obscure. It's hard to find information on it.
Yeah, I've seen vague clips on it, but...
Yeah.
So, but he was just what does it say anything about was the robot sort of like a superhero controlled by the boy, or... I mean, I've researched this once before. I just forgot. But anyway, going back to the robot. So it's two different color blues, believe it or not. And like I said, that may or may not show up on camera. And originally when I got this one from Milestone, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just flip it, and maybe make a little profit once in a while. It's nice for the museum not to always operate in the red, if you get my drift. But now that I have it, I'm like, you know what? I like this, and it's different. It's a color variation, and teal versus more of a navy blue, and it's actually in a little bit better condition. And I paid a hell of a lot less. Now I did get the original box with mine. Now it does have like a couple of little minor dings here, but I haven't tried it. So that's the other thing. Let's try. I've never even shown my original one here. So let me move the reproduction box out of the way, just because you saw it. I don't know if I even need to keep that. So let's start with my original one. Here you actually have a lever you could slide. I'm assuming that's on off. And this one's doing, there we go. Now, I'm assuming it had a flint to spark from the eyes. And probably expired a long time ago. And this body, by the way, was used for, I believe, Robbie and also some astronauts. So this body was recycled, the pressing, other than the head. For numerous toys, I'm going to see if it unwinds. See if I see some sparks in the eyes. Oh yeah, I think I saw it. You guys see any sparks? I saw one spark. And I put this back in the case. The last thing I wanted to do is walk around and fall off. All right, so that's my original. Let's try this bad boy. And you know what? No freaking way. Wow, look at that. Look at that. It is a freaking variation. Look, this one has this like slide lever and this one doesn't have it.
Oh my God.
Wow, no wonder this one's taller. Holy bananas. Look at that. Another freaking variation. So is this a later one? Did they cheap out with an on-off switch? Holy cow. That is crazy. I think the head's a little That is freaking crazy. You can see here now, it's notched. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See the notching there to put this on-off switch there? Let me pan out. And no, it's not on there. No notch, no nothing. I mean, what you're seeing here is just because the head's a little loose, pops up. Wow, so there you go. Not only is it a different color shade, but it's a freaking variation once again. This is the channel for variations. And I can see why you don't need it. Because you're just winding it up and it goes. That's crazy. I can't believe I'm discovering variations I like really never paid attention to and I had no idea about. And I'm doing this live, so to speak, not on a live stream, but live in the video. I'm discovering, oh, here's the, what am I talking about? The switch is right here on the chest. Look at that. So they repositioned it. Why did they do that? That's the mystery. So you got the on-off switch there, and you got it on the side. I mean, I like it on the side in the sense that it doesn't screw up the litho panel here. Wow. That is so freaking cool. Maybe other people knew that. I'm going to wind them up one more time. And he walks pretty good, and he actually advances. I know somewhere on the shelf I have the astronaut version of this and maybe the like a Robbie version of this. I'd kind of like to look. I bet that this is more common, but I'd have to really check. This seems like it's the more logical placement for the switch, but I'm not 100% sure. So there you have it. Wow. Another variation uncovered on Ozzy's Robots. The channel for your quirkiest finds of all time. If you knew about this variation, let me know in the comments. So I'll look forward to it. If you like it, thumb up the video. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I made the tragic strategic mistake of criticizing some YouTube things on a certain place, and next thing I knew, I lost a bunch of subscribers. I'm like, okay, that's how you're gonna roll. So it is what it is, but that's okay. I believe in freedom of speech. So anyway, also the condition, by the way, you can see that that's nice and shiny and a little pitting there. So a few other advantages to this guy. So let me know what you think in the comments once again, and appreciate your time, my friends. I will talk to you later.